And up here in the top left-hand corner then, from Flipside Tactics, it is our red Protoss player, puCK.
And his opponent in the the bottom right-hand corner of Coda. It is the blue Terran player who we just saw advance from Root Gaming. It is Kelazhur. I liked that zoom in. We Trigonal and I always are debating over zoom ins. I mean, you need names, you need fancy things for
some of my nicest zoom ins. I'm gonna let you in on a huge secret right now. Some of my best zoom ins that I'm most proud of happened because I forgot which buttons are which, and I just sort of randomly mashed them, and it looks really cool. That was one of those times.
All right, wait. Look at my screen, really. Look at mine. I'll show you one. Oh, you're online?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Boom. Oh, whoa. That. I don't know why it's going so quick. There we are. Never mind. It's going really quickly. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get off of me. I don't know why I wasn't doing it smoothly. I have no idea, but. Oh, now I have it.
It's doing it for mine now as well. What have you done? You've broken.
I don't know. I had a really cool zoom in I was like working on, like legitimately working on, but for now we actually see Kelazhur starting the barracks. Looks like he's going to do a Reaper expand, but interesting, actually, I kind of take that back. Not really a Reaper. I'm not sure what Kelazhur is doing right here. He's not actually walling off, doesn't really care about that, but on top left-hand side for puCK, looks pretty normal. Only one assimilator though, so I mean, not doing his blink plays. Maybe he may be doing it, but not as quick. Nothing like a blink all in for now. I don't think so. By the way, if you just go to another player's view, it should fix it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just double tap one and then go back to everyone.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like it works for me now though. I had a really cool zoom in too. I wanted to show you.
Well, maybe I'll let you introduce that player for the next game. But yeah, now Kelazhur just being a little bit annoying. puCK has actually pulled 2 probes down to make sure he gets this Nexus down. He really is not keen on the idea of Kelazhur eBay blocking. And I mean, maybe he knows something about Kelazhur that we don't. Maybe Kelazhur eBay blocks all the time. I do certainly recall him doing it once or twice at WCS, but
yeah, no, he's done a. Kelazhur is, I don't even want to say cheesy player. He's just a very unique player. He does a lot of his own stuff, and I mean, if he wants to eBay block, he will eBay block you. But for right now, I mean, Kelazhur not eBay blocking. SCV has been dejected and is walking home, man, on that 15 HP. But for now, Kelazhur is starting the reactor. Starting another barracks too. This is an interesting play. I'm wondering if he's going to go into like a stim Comet Shield Marauder timing. You normally see that when they don't quite go factory right after that first barracks as a Terran player. But I mean that's at least from my Terran experience. My Terran up experience is not too extensive though. But on the top left hand side for puCK, he does have the Mothership Core out. Reaper's going to try to do something, but is going to be denied almost completely.
yeah, it might be able to get in and get a scout off to see the second gas, but Kelazhur is going to elect to keep it alive for now. Coda, of course, with this little Reaper cliff here that the Reaper is going to position itself by, there's always the opportunity of it running around. And puCK, one thing I've always thought is really good that puCK does is his Reaper walls. I was wondering when I saw puCK put down this first pylon, why is his pylon all the way back there? What are you doing, puCK?
Gateway.
But yeah, the gateway here walls off some of his. Basically, it just stops the Reaper from running around behind your mineral line with complete impunity and poking away at your probes. So really cool little SimCity trick there from puCK. And of course, with how set back this pylon is, it hides your tech a little bit, hides somewhat at least this Twilight Council or how much chrono you're putting into Warp Gate, if any. And yeah, so therefore this Twilight Council is going to get up without Kelazhur having the faintest idea.
Yeah, now the Reaper of Kelazhur could go in. It looks like it's going to go in for a scout now, but as you were saying, very well protected. puCK, I mean, like, anytime I watch him play, he goes blink. I don't think there's been a single time in PvT where he's actually, as I say that, I have seen him do some other stuff, but puCK really liking that blink. I like him getting an extra 4 just to start getting up his upgrades. Sometimes you don't see Protoss players doing this and kind of go into the mid game and skip that because they're getting blink, something like that, but I really love getting it, maybe being safe because he doesn't have a robo, but at the same time, I mean, just lots of cool things you can do with just a little bit of an upgrade gives you such a good advantage. But, I mean, no upgrades are going to be in time for this push coming from Kelazhur. As I always say, saying, it's actually not going to be a stim combat shield. It's going to be a concussive shell, but only one Marauder. As I say that, it's like looking at it like, what's wrong with this army? Well, you only got one Marauder. Normally, you'd see double Tech Lab on the three, or on at least two of the racks of the 3 racks for Kelazhur. But for now, I mean, he's going to be pushing into the natural. Mothership Core is not quite going to be there either because, oh man, Photon Overcharge and the Reaper does not even have enough. Only at 63 energy here. The Marines of Kelazhur are going crazy on the mineral line. We'll get 1, we'll get 2. Game Heart is not up at the moment. I cannot tell you how much he got right there, but getting a lot of damage done and just barely. It's Kelazhur is going to be out of the range of the Photon Overcharge, going to be able to snipe some of these gateways maybe, and this is actually working out amazingly for Kelazhur. And he's even got another squad of Marines coming across the map. And remember, these does Kelazhur? Yes, Kelazhur does have concussive shells.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake from puCK. Photon overcharging his main. I have to think that must have been a misclick. He must have seen the units walk in, been looking at the Reaper, and accidentally F-clicked on his main Nexus. But I don't.
Photon overcharged before they came in. He did it to the Reaper. I think he didn't want the Reaper to see the blink.
Oh man, that's I mean, that's a heavy commitment because this is sort of basic. Actually, you know what? This is really unusually early for the Terran to move out with their kind of first pack of bio. So I guess, yeah, like this is more kind of the normal time as Stim finishes up. If Kelazhur had rushed Stim, then Stim would be finishing up now. But now, this is the power of these Blink Stalkers. Without Stim on these Marines, the Blink Stalkers can just run in, poke them down. Up this ramp, though, is a little bit more difficult. puCK blinking back very, very nicely. Does lose a couple of Stalkers, though. It's not perfect. So I think that trade went pretty well for Kelazhur, actually.
I completely agree, and to boot Kelazhur, I mean, I think he pretty much anticipated the Blink Stalkers. He's got concussive shells, and I don't know if you saw it, but the blinks of puCK were actually get out of the way of the Marauder shots, and it was actually beautiful, like watching the shot halfway there and then just dissipate when it blinks away. But I think that was more because of that. But right now, Kelazhur, another kind of swath of units coming across the map, but because Kelazhur went for 3 racks before even factory, he did. I mean, his medevacs are so late, which he vitally needs to be able to pull off drops to be able to heal this army. But for now, I mean, as you were saying, Kelazhur, this is a very early push out.
Yeah, it's going to be coming very, very fast. So this is 10 minutes is like the typical Stim timing with that factory, but with no medevacs here from Kelazhur, this means it's going to be crushed easily by puCK, really. The blink back's absolutely fantastic, and Kelazhur steps towards again. He's going to, brilliant stuff here by puCK. 1 more Stalker will fall, but that's it. That's all she wrote for Kelazhur's little aggressive movement out here. And now puCK is going to be the one moving across the map. By the same token, the Coda is good for Reapers. It's also pretty good for Blink. So puCK can split off small squads of Stalkers up this ramp just to be annoying and harass at this ramp. Kelazhur, just, cool stuff.
Yeah. And a big thing for Kelazhur is he did put that money into concussive shells, and the Stim was so late, but now he lost a lot of those beginning Marauders, but now he does have 8 Marauders working on these Stalkers. All the Stalkers say, you know what, crap, I can't do that, but we do see Storm on the way for puCK. I love when puCK does this. I mean, going out of Blink Stalkers into more of a High Templar focused. He's even getting a Robo to be safe, but I really like that. And for now, we see Kelazhur is actually picking up into these medevacs. He's got to be careful for puCK not to poke in again, but I think he's feeling a little safe.
puCK's going to see these medevacs. That perfect Stalker positioning as well.
And puCK moves right in as he sees it. And Kelazhur, I mean, Kelazhur may be able to pull off a flank, but for now, actually, puCK, interestingly enough, pulls back. He does not want to commit too much and just kind of holding back for now. There's not that much of Kelazhur's natural. There is the bunker, though. It's actually even being salvaged. Maybe not a good decision on the left-hand side, though. 2 medevacs are moving in, but Storm is only a couple seconds away, and Zealot's already ready at puCK's main. And a High Templar, too.
Yeah, the High Templar not enough energy for 2 feedbacks, and the medevac's not enough energy to die to feedback, but it can still be really annoying if you just take away all that energy that's normally used for healing. puCK's going to warp in some Zealots to deal with this, and they're going to slice and dice through it without too much of an issue. But here come the Blink Stalkers. They can kill those medevacs. 1 hit and 2 hits, and that's the medevacs down. But puCK is going to have to blink out of this as Kelazhur's the rest of his Bioforce comes in to reinforce. Storm is now finished. puCK does have a couple of High Templar capable.
Only 1 Storm.
Only 1.
He's only got 1 Storm.
But 1 Storm can be all he needs if Kelazhur groups up for that.
Yeah, it is a very small army at the moment for Kelazhur. He knows that he lost 2 medevacs, which was really the backbone of this army, as we were talking about earlier, because he tried to go for that quick concussive shell. I mean, that put his Stim, that put his medevacs back. I don't think that was wise to do, but Kelazhur will actually catch the 1 pylon beautifully.
Yeah, I think he saw that probe going over there. We've also got 1 scouting Zealot. Gonna just annoy a couple of Kelazhur's reinforcements as they make their way across the map. puCK has a few more scouting pylons over here. They're basically the same as scouting overlords, only they can't move. I mean,
a Marine's basically an overlord, but it shoots and it's Terran. I feel like that's kind of
I feel like pylons and overlords are a little bit more similar than Marines and overlords.
Oh, and they'll actually. Oh no. He'll catch a Marine in the top right-hand corner, which I'm sure puCK saw. He's got very good map control, but the entire army of Kelazhur is going to come onto this Observer. It's going to be great to catch these Widow Mines, and puCK does have 4 Storms now.
Whiffed one.
A little bit of a whiff of the Storm right there, but we'll take a tiny bit of damage. Medevacs will heal that up, and I'm a little bit scared for puCK right now. He will be able to catch one Widow Mine out of position, though.
That was a much nicer Storm. Did kind of force Kelazhur away. Nothing killed, but I mean, this is all taking valuable energy off these Medevacs, and these aren't so much engagement storms. These are just storms to say, don't go here, just go away.
Yeah. It's like I can't think of the sign, but when they just like, we have a dog, like don't come on our porch. We have High Templar.
We have High Templar, and there's this High Templar in a kettle chained up with like Fido. On a bull.
This is almost 24 Zealots, though. The Zealots engaging the front of Kelazhur's army. Kelazhur is retreating onto these Widow Mines, could do a lot of damage, but barely. puCK does get away from these Widow Mines and will be engaging. A lot of the army of Kelazhur is down. There is no more Storms, though, to really deal with the end of this, and Kelazhur is going to be able to retreat onto 4 more Widow Mines.
Oh, nice little pullback there by puCK. It's going to mean the Widow Mine does more splash damage to Kelazhur than it does to puCK, but as they back off, a lot of Kelazhur's army on very, very low health. This medevac is the only one with NG left. Another one comes in support. It's going to have its work cut out, healing all of this off. And Kelazhur, a lot of these medevacs are going to be on very low energy, kind of floating dead supply for most of the next engagement.
Yeah, definitely floating dead supply. There's finally a couple more Storms than puCK's main army, and actually, interestingly enough, I don't know what he killed right there, but going forward, Zealots pushing forward heavily. No Storm yet, but the Widow Mine, so much damage. Oh, beautiful Storm. I mean, he used that one Storm he had perfectly, and for now, Kelazhur is going to have to retreat. Observer coming back to be able to get rid of this, and finally, there is some Colossus on the way.
The Widow Mine snipes the Observer, actually. So that's going to be a bit of a blow for puCK, although there aren't too many more observers, Widow Mines here left around. And puCK is going to be expanding towards that third base. He's finally got a decent kind of storm count. He's got 4 High Templar that have each paid for themselves very nicely. A Colossus coming out as well to provide some more guaranteed damage. However, Kelazhur has his eyes set on the main base of puCK. Is going to load up a few medevacs. And puCK's not really in position to deal with this. 4 medevacs en route to his main.
Well, 2 High Templars in the main, though, and each one has a Storm. Actually, one is completely full. One nice feedback, second nice feedback, and a decent Storm. Zealots moving in. Medevacs will have to pull back, but the Widow Mines will get out. By the way, off the back of this, Kelazhur is on a 4th base, but looks like, an engagement. Colossus of puCK's actually moving forward. Guardian Shields goes down. puCK on 3 bases now, while Kelazhur is on 4. 4th is almost done.
Yeah, and both armies just dancing back and forth. Kelazhur, without the ghosts he really needs to counter these High Templar, is going to have a little bit of trouble. A blink just takes out that Marine, no problemo. And puCK steps forwards once again. Kelazhur has to be very careful not to be caught out with these storms. He's really got almost no energy left in his medevacs.
Yeah, Kelazhur does have 34 Marauders, though, which can do a ton of damage, but Archon leading the way for puCK. Observer's actually on the top of the army for Kelazhur, and a couple Storms, not quite yet. puCK pulling back. puCK saying, okay, I don't want to commit too much to that. Actually tries to go for a feedback, but sees just too little energy. And beautifully from Kelazhur, he knows there's going to be some High Templars kind of leading the back, or on the back at least, and trying to pick him off, but puCK saying, you know what, no, screw that. I can defend.
Yeah, not too bad at all. And the Widow Mine in the main goes off once again. It's now killed 3 Zealots. puCK really kind of needs to get that down, and Photon Cannon is going to take care of it without too much of an issue. But now, puCK on a strong 3-base economy. He has a strong independent Protoss who don't need no 4th. And Jimmy stepping forwards once again. Another Storm just kind of warning Kelazhur away. But now the Ghosts are inbound. And this is a big EMP. 2 MPs hit, draining all the energy of the High Templar. puCK immediately, he needs those Archons, but I mean, another EMP splits some energy off from them, and the shields have all gone down on puCK's army. Some blanket EMPs going down, and now Kelazhur pushing forwards is going to do some good damage, but one more High Templar without Storm is going to get sniped, no problem.
Yeah, now there is 2 High Templars in the main being pulled by puCK. puCK knows he needed 2 Colossus left, but Vikings pulling it down. Stalkers blink up into the 3rd base. There's some more Zealots being warped in, and there's finally a couple High Templars that have Storm, but they're not in the right position. They're in the natural. Another Colossus on the way, though, but Kelazhur looking so strong. So much of the army was taken out, and these High Templars do not have Storm. They're just a couple seconds away, though. And then again, Ghosts come forward, but feedbacks on those Ghosts. Kelazhur pressuring quite well, but still hasn't quite killed the 3rd base. He's backing up, but I mean, this is so much for Kelazhur. So many Marauders, so much, but puCK barely. Ooh, he may actually have a Storm here.
Oh my god, no, no! 2 High Templar go down to that Widow Mine. Oh, puCK really not paying attention to those High Templar, and that is going to be a critical mistake again, one he really can't afford to make at this stage. And Kelazhur sensing that surges forward. A full NG Templar taken out is exactly the opportunity he needed to take down this 3rd base from puCK.
Yeah, and to boot, these medevacs have so little energy, these High Templars can't even feedback them. There is 1 Colossus left, but there is 2 Vikings. Vikings not actually focusing it down right now, but stim forward. puCK GG! Kelazhur takes game 1 of this best of 3.